I did a couple of videos, it's probably been a couple of years now, I think. I'm not even sure. One of them was called When an ISFP is Done with You, and the other one was called something like Winning the Heart of the ISFP. And they've been some of my most watched videos and most commented on videos. And some of the comments make me think that there is some misunderstanding on the purpose of those videos and probably some of my other videos as well. Whenever I am describing the way that I am as an ISFP, and therefore, of course, projecting out the possibility that other ISFPs are similar, that they think similarly, as we should. If we are all ISFPs, we ought to think similarly in many respects, not all respects, but many respects, where we behave similarly, where the same things or similar things cause us to be frustrated or angry, and where our reactions may be similar to one another to those things that make us upset or unhappy. When I describe those things or delineate them in a video, I'm not trying to say that all behavior and all ways of thinking are productive, beneficial, mature, ethical, good. I'm not trying to suggest that because I make a video and say I am this way, and therefore many ISFPs, if not all of them, are going to be similar. I'm not trying to say that all of that, everything I say in the video, is okay. We ISFPs, like all of the 16 types, have learning to do. We have growing to do. We have areas where life will kick us in the backside, and sometimes we will fall down and complain and whine and cry. And when we get back up, sometimes we will have learned nothing, and we will make the same mistakes, and we will hurt the same people in new ways or new people in the same ways. We will make decisions that are detrimental to our own well-being. We will make decisions that cause problems and consternation for other people. And so will you, whatever personality type you may be. You will cause trouble for yourself and for others. But if I, as an ISFP, want to grow, then I first have to identify who I am and how I am. I have to be honest with myself and open with myself to say, these are the things that trip me up. These are the ways that people behave that upset me. These are the ways that people behave that are endearing to me. These are the types of people I enjoy being around. These are the types of people I can't stand to be around. These are the things that I do, the ways that I think, the decisions that I make that have caused me trouble and maybe are continuing to cause me trouble. If I don't first identify those things and accept them as true, then I can make no progress on maturing, growing, and becoming a better human being. Likewise, or maybe not likewise, let me say it this way. Another aspect of why I make videos trying to help people understand who I am, and hopefully by proxy, who ISFPs are in general, who the ISFP in your life may be, or what they may be like, is because while the person that you know, let's say an ISFP, while that ISFP that you know is going to have problems and needs to understand those problems and needs to grow and needs to mature and needs to become a better person, if you care about that person, you ought still to want to try to understand why he or she thought the way he or she thought. Why did they make the decisions that they made? Why did this person react the way he or she reacted? Why does this person do the things that he or she does? Now, some of those reactions, thoughts, emotions, actions. Some of them are fine, some of them are good, some of them are bad. But if you care about somebody, it makes sense to me anyway that you would want to understand the factors that went into the thought process in his or her mind, the reactions that came out of his or her mouth or body, the the um the events that led up to that person feeling joy or pain. Now, you also have your areas, whatever personality type you may be, where an event causes you pain or joy, where you react poorly or well. And don't you want the people in your life who care about you to try to understand you, to try to wrap their minds around why that particular event or that interaction or those words said by that other person hurt you or caused you elation? Why did you lash out in anger? Or why were you filled with joy? Why were you numb? Why were you apathetic? Why were you angry? Why were you thrilled? When we love people, when we care about people, it goes an extremely long way toward creating a better relationship with that person if we try to understand. We may not always agree. We may not always think that their reactions or their words were wise. But if we try to understand, then we can begin to bridge the gaps and see that sometimes another person reacts in a way that doesn't make sense to us, but does make sense to them and could make more sense to us if we understood their perspective, if we understood why they think the way they think, if we understood what was going on in their mind, what information do they prioritize, what are their objectives in life, what things do they see as being the aspects that make life enjoyable or very miserable. You have those things in your life. Why wouldn't you want your loved ones to try to understand them about you? And I have those things in my life. Why wouldn't I want my loved ones to try to understand that about me? And so if I can open up who I am and sort of bare my soul and bare my failures and bare my realities and be vulnerable and say, I'm not always proud of this, but this is true about me. If I can do that and it helps you to understand the ISFP in your life, or the ISFP, if you're an ISFP and you're watching this, if it helps you to better understand yourself, or if it gives you the means to communicate who you are to someone else who does care about you, but with whom you've had difficulty communicating to that person some deep truth about yourself. If I can be the one who bears my soul, so to speak, and lets the world see a little bit of who I am, if that then helps another ISFP to grow and mature, or helps you who are not an ISFP to better love someone who is an ISFP, then that is something that I am keen to do. I'm eager to do that. In fact, that really is the heart of this whole channel. That's the whole reason I'm making these videos, is to help ISFPs understand themselves better, to help them to be able to communicate who they are better to the people in their lives, and to help people who are not ISFPs understand the ISFPs in their lives better. It isn't an excuse. I have many things that are true about me that I want to change, things where I want to mature. And no, I don't think it's right to say, oh, I'm perfect just the way I am. No, I'm not. I have areas where I need to grow. I'm not necessarily ashamed, but there are ways that I want to be a better human being. Everybody should want to be a better human being than they are. No one is perfect. Why would you not want to improve? I want to improve. So I am not making these videos as sort of a, this is who I am, deal with it. I think that's a bad attitude, and I don't support that attitude. When people go through life saying, this is who I am, you just need to deal with it, I think that is immaturity. I think that is detrimental to the ability to have strong and beneficial relationships. I think that that is a very poor way to go through life. No, I am not saying this is who I am, deal with it. I'm saying this is who I am. And in areas where that is not who I want to be, I'm trying to identify that and work on it. And so if you're an ISFP and you're watching these videos and you relate, I'm not saying in every aspect that you should go, well, that's who I am and that's who that guy is and that's who those people are, so that makes it okay and we should just be this way. No, grow, mature. But at the same time, not everything that I'm describing is bad. There are lots of things that are true about ISFPs that are quite positive and good and beneficial to themselves and to the people around them, as is also the case for all of the personality types. Everyone has their part to play. Everyone has their contribution to make. But we can make the best contribution possible when we know ourselves and when we are dedicated to growing, maturing, and becoming better human beings, to better understanding and loving those around us, and hopefully helping them to better understand and love us so that we can accomplish things together as people that benefit ourselves, benefit others, benefit this world. That is the reason I'm making these videos. And if you understand my videos differently than that, then please let this be a course correction video that helps you to understand the heart and soul of not only who I am, but what I am trying to accomplish on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. One more thing for any of you who would be interested, if you would be willing to donate financially to my channel so that I am capable of having more free time to make more videos, honestly, I would appreciate that greatly. And if you would like to do that, if you would like to make a financial donation, you can do that in the link that is in the description below to the Ko-fi website, K-O-F-I. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please hit like, subscribe if you have not already, and have an awesome day. Bye now.